HarperCollins presents Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. Read by Kristen Atherton, Luke Polly, Claire Corbett, Jot Davis, Richard Hughes, and Mariam Grace. This audiobook contains mature content and adult themes. After and before. You think you'd know what a killer sounds like. That their lies would have a different texture. Some barely perceptible shift. A voice that thickens, grows sharp and uneven as the truth slips beneath the jagged edges. You'd think that, wouldn't you? Everyone thinks they'd know, if it came down to it. But Pip hadn't.
It's such a tragedy what happened in the end.
Sitting across from him, looking into his kind, crinkled eyes, her phone between them, recording every sound and sniff and throat-clearing huff. She'd believed it all. Every word. Pip traced her fingers across the mousepad, skipping the audio file back again.
It's such a tragedy what happened in the end.
Elliot Ward's voice rang out from the speakers once more, filling her darkened bedroom, filling her head. Stop, click, repeat.
It's such a tragedy what happened in the end.
She'd listened to it maybe 100 times, maybe even 1,000. And there was nothing. No giveaway. No change as he slipped between lies and half-truths. The man she'd once looked to as an almost father. But then, Pip had lied too, hadn't she? And she could tell herself she'd done it to protect the people she loved. But wasn't that the exact same reason Elliot gave? Pip ignored that voice in her head. The truth was out. Most of it. And that's the thing she clung to. She kept going, on to the other part that made her hairs stand on end. And do you think Sal killed Andy? Asked Pip's voice from the past.
He was such a lovely kid, but considering the evidence, I don't see how he couldn't have done it. So, as wrong as it feels, I guess I think he must have. There's no other explanation.
Pip's door pushed inward with a slap.
What are you doing?
Interrupted a voice from right now, one that lifted with a smirk because he knew damn well what she was doing. You scared me, Ravi, she said, annoyed, darting forward to pause the audio. Ravi didn't need to hear Elliot Ward's voice. Not ever again.
You're sitting here in the dark, listening to that, but I'm the scary one?
Ravi said, flicking on the light switch, the yellow glow reflecting off the dark hair swept across his forehead. He pulled that face, the one that always got her, and Pip smiled because it was impossible not to. She wheeled back from her desk. How did you get in, anyway?
Your parents and Josh were on their way out with a very impressive-looking lemon tart.
Oh, yes, she said. They're on neighbourly welcome duties. A young couple have just moved into the Chen's house down the street. Mum did the deal. The Greens. Or maybe the Browns. Can't remember. It was strange, thinking of another family living in that house. New lives reshaping to fill its old spaces. Pip's friend, Zach Chen, had always lived there, 4 doors down, ever since Pip had moved here aged 5. It wasn't a real goodbye. She still saw Zach at school every day, but his parents had decided they could no longer live in this town, not after all that trouble. Pip was certain they considered her a large part of all that trouble.
Dinner's 7:30, by the way,
Ravi said, his voice suddenly skipping clumsily over the words.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?